Good morning, third graders. Welcome to lesson 8 of our fictional narratives unit. Today, we're going to be talking about a strategy called show, don't tell. Now, I want you to go back to the beginning of this year when we first talked about making mental movies while you're reading. So, what we know is that good readers, while they are reading, especially chapter books that might not have pictures, are actually creating pictures in their own mind to go along with the story. Now, authors that we read do a great job at using descriptive language so that we can really picture what's going on to the characters we're reading about. So today, I want to teach you that writers use descriptive sentences to show, not tell, so that the reader can picture exactly what is happening or how a character is feeling. So today, we're going to be talking about giving the reader a picture. The primary purpose of descriptive writing, which is what you guys will be practicing today, is to describe a person, place, or thing. That sounds familiar. A lot of you are thinking, oh, describing a noun, so that a picture is formed in the reader's mind. Remember that your writing is meant to be read by someone. So you want to make it so that your reader can picture exactly what's happening and make a movie in their own head while they're reading your writing. Let's practice this now. So I took a sentence from my draft that said, Aldo was so angry, he started to yell. At first, I thought that was a pretty good sentence. I decided, okay, I wanted to talk about how Aldo was feeling, which is really what I want to include in my narrative. But I thought about how I'm only telling the reader how Aldo's feeling, but I'm not showing anything about how Aldo was angry. So I wonder if I could even, not even using the word angry, show that Aldo is upset to the reader. So I want you to what I did was I wrote up a different sentence. I think it's actually two to show how Aldo was angry. Let's read this together. Aldo pursed his lips. That means he goes like this, kind of like putting them together, and clenched his fists into tight balls like this. So picture me now. Try as he might, he could not contain himself. Within seconds, he erupted like a volcano. Did you see what I just did there? I was able to write descriptive sentences to show how Aldo was angry. Did I even use the word angry? No. My reader doesn't need to see that word there because they can picture the scene in their head and they know, based on what they read, that Aldo must be really upset. Let's try that again with a different example. Aldo was shocked. Okay, just like last time, I named how Aldo was feeling, which is good to do, but I wonder if we could not say the word shocked and just show how he was shocked so that the reader can do the picturing in their head. So let's see what I wrote for that. Aldo couldn't help himself. His jaw dropped like this to the floor as his eyebrows shot toward the ceiling like this. Wow, what face did I just make? Now, some of you are saying surprise. Another word might be shock. So instead of saying Aldo was shocked, I actually wrote a descriptive sentence so that my reader could actually picture what was happening. Do you see how much stronger that writing is? So let's look at one more example. Remember, we're talking about how we can show instead of tell how a character feels. So you might have a character that feels petrified. Now, petrified is an awesome third, maybe fourth grade word for feeling very scared, very terrified. So everyone say petrified. He was petrified. Okay. Now, even though that's a great word, we might want to actually show that instead of just telling our reader how the character is feeling. So here's a couple steps you can try. First, you want to think about maybe what the face looks like on the character. Let's read to see what this example says. His eyes were wide with fright, and his mouth was opened in horror. Do you see how that's a lot more descriptive than he was petrified? But you can even do more. You can also think about the character's body. His knees were shaking, and he covered his face with his hands. Did we ever say that he was petrified or scared? No. but we can infer as readers that he was petrified. And not only can you think about the character's face and body, but you can also think about their voice. He spoke slowly and his voice quivered. Quivered means when you're so scared, sometimes your voice does this little thing where it gets all scared and you can see it and hear it. So as a reader, we can even picture as we read his voice quivering. He could barely get out a few words. Wow. So all of this put together shows us that he was feeling petrified or scared. That writing is a lot stronger than just saying how the character felt. So instead of telling, what this person did was show. So now it's your chance to try it on your own. Here are the steps to descriptive writing. First, you're going to reread your draft and make note of some of the sentences that tell rather than show. You're going to note especially the sentences where you told how your character felt. So you might have said, so-and-so felt angry, but then you're going to stop and think, ooh, I can show instead of tell that character felt angry. You're going to rewrite the sentences to show what was happening to the character. Now, if you want, you can actually highlight those sentences by, let's go ahead and take an example of that. Let me go to mine. And thank you for being patient. I didn't have this up right away. But so that Miss W and I can see some of your changes, you might want to highlight part of your draft. So I'm just going to open this up. Don't worry about all this, but I am going to show you the draft here. So once you're here, let's pretend I rewrote a sentence here I'm going to probably actually focus on this one coming up. Alba begins to panic, not knowing where to turn or what to do. Notice how I wrote just how Aldo felt. I think instead of saying how he began to panic, I might show the reader how he begins to panic. And after I do that, I might even highlight it so that Miss W and Miss Klein notice the sentence and how I changed it. So this is what you can do after you change some of your sentences. Try to make a goal for yourself to change at least 3 to 5 sentences today. This is your only job that you're really going to focus on today. If you're already done with your draft, one way you can make it stronger is by showing, not telling, with descriptive sentences. Okay, best of luck. You got this.